Hello, my little draconic wolfkins. I hope that you're all doing well. If you guys like what you see and hear, please like, subscribe, and turn on that bell to get notified. And if you guys want to send me your own horror stories, my email will be in the description below. Alright, let's get into it. TW. This story includes non-graphic descriptions of a dream involving injured and dying dogs. Okay, and I guess animal abuse? I am not really sure if that would be considered animal abuse, but I'm just putting it out there just in case. I want to tell this story on here because I recently told it to a coworker when we were discussing our belief in the paranormal. When I was telling it, her reaction and the events I remember were enough to at least jot it down for future reference. Okay, I guess that's good. Gotta do what you gotta do in order to remember this crap. Anyways, this happened about 2 years ago during a music festival in Chicago. Why do I feel like all the weird shit happens at music festivals or clubs or weird, obscure places? Okay, maybe they're not weird or obscure places, but you get the point. My friends like to call me the Venmo friend, which means that I am not involved at all in planning the trips. They make all the decisions and just Venmo request me for my half of the total. Hey, that is good. Be that friend, because I hate planning too, honestly. Because that planning just sucks. I honestly love it because I get really stressed planning trips. I much prefer when I can just sit back, enjoy the awesome excursion, and go along for the ride. My two friends do their research very thoroughly too, so I never doubt or disagree with the stuff they plan. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that is good. Like shit. My my travel credo is that if you took no part in planning it, you have no say in adjusting it. That's fair. That's valid. That's why I'm very go with the flow on vacation, as I really don't want to be that annoying friend who didn't help plan but complains about the activities chosen. That is fair. That is very fair. Anyway, that's the context. I have gone on about 3 to 4 trips with these two friends before this one. We were staying at a famous hotel across the street from the music festival. Ooh. Okay. That's cool. My friends waited until we were unpacking our suitcases in the 2-bed hotel room to tell me the truth. The reason we got such a good deal on the hotel so close to the venue was because it was haunted. Like, famously haunted. Not only were we staying in a haunted hotel, but we were staying on the haunted floor about 2 doors down from the haunted room. Ooh, I do like this. I like haunted places. And again, I was wanted to do. I just got a weird fascination with haunted rooms and hotels and all of that. So that's really that. When they told me this, they played it off as, "We got the room for cheap though, and it's so close." I didn't really push the issue since, one, if I had no part in planning the trip, can I really complain? Two, it wasn't the room we were in which was haunted, and three, I didn't want to harsh the party festival vibe. I mean, that's fair. That's valid. I wouldn't want to be that friend either. But at the same time, I'm also a crippling people pleaser. But I don't think that really applies here. My friends and I were staying in the hotel for the entire 4-day festival starting on Thursday. The first night went well. I love music festivals, but we were really tired because of jet lag and general going out fun, so we slept like crazy that night. I mean, yeah, I get that. I really do get that. Like, whenever I jet lag, get jet lagged, I sleep. But then again, I just like my sleep, so I can't really say shit because I do like sleep. But I've also, but yeah, can't fucking talk. I've also never been to a music festival, and I really want to go. That's when the paranormal shit started. There we go. Here we go. We're getting into it. Keep in mind, I have never had paranormal encounters or premonitions of any kind before this. The first night I had a premonition dream, but at the time I thought it was a random silly one. I mean, that's fair. Dreams are weird anyways. In the dream, my friends and I were eating buffalo wings in front of a restaurant I didn't recognize. Okay. I mean, you're not gonna recognize a lot of restaurants if you're in a new town and don't really know the area. That's if you haven't been to this area before, so I don't know. This was a fourth person. What? There was a fourth person in your group? What? While we lingered around the front of the restaurant eating the wings. I didn't recognize them, but we were all talking to them like we were friends, and then I woke up. Silly dream, right? Yeah, I guess. That is really weird. Anyway, later that day at the music festival, one of my friends introduced me to her coworker who was also at the festival. It was the person in my dream. The fourth person in our group eating wings in my dream. Their pronouns are they, them. They had the exact same face I saw in my dream the night before. Okay, that's weird, but at the same time, like, I would just think of it as a coincidence, not really anything too concerning, honestly. I'm just saying. Keep in mind, I have never met this person, and my friend never described this person to me. It made our greeting a little awkward because the whole time I said hello and we spoke about the festival, I had these thoughts swirling in my head. Yeah, I don't blame you, honestly. That is just wild. They were in my dream, right? Why were they in my dream? Maybe it wasn't them, but it looked exactly like them. Should I tell them? No, that's weird. Does this mean we're gonna get buffalo wings tonight like in my dream? Should I tell them? Dude, you would just look like a weirdo if you told them honestly. Be like, hey dude, this friend, he's fucking weird. Like, I'm not sure about homeboy over here, honestly. I mean, that's how I would be like, you're fucking weird. I decided not to tell them because I didn't want to sound weird in front of this new person I just met and my two friends. Good call. Good call. I would do that too. Then later that night, guess where we went for dinner? Keep in mind, I didn't suggest wings or any restaurant because even though I do like wings, I kind of forgot about the dream by then. The coworker friend actually suggested the place, and we went there early in the night to eat before we went out drinking. Yes, if you're gonna eat or if you're gonna go drinking, get something in your belly, preferably somewhere outside of the venue, just because the venue food itself is expensive. Then again, food there is just anywhere, whether it's just a ball game or an amusement park. It's ridiculously expensive for literally no reason. Everything happened like in my dream. Our group, including the new person, got wings and ate outside of the restaurant because there weren't enough seats inside. We ate standing on the sidewalk right outside of the restaurant, just like in my dream. I can't remember too clearly because this was years ago, but I think we even had a snippet of a conversation that was in my dream. What the hell? Okay, that is weird AF, honestly. The night went well, and we went out to some bars in Chicago. First time taking the CTA, like the MTA in New York, so we got very lost. Never been to Chicago, never been to New York, and never took a train or a subway. Yeah, never took a train, so I wouldn't know. But I believe you. I thought the whole situation was odd, but I was glad that I didn't tell anyone about my dream. It was so inquintessential. Oh my god. I swear sometimes I can't pronounce words when I see them, and it's annoying. That even if they did believe me, it wouldn't have mattered much. So I went about the rest of the night blissfully hoping that it was the end of it. It was, in fact, not the end of it. Rip. This poor dude. Poor OP, man. Probably so confused and bamboozled. That night we rolled into the hotel pretty late and went to bed around 4 in the morning because that's when the last bar closed. Hey, gotta party up somehow, I guess, right? I had my second premonition dream. For context, I don't usually remember my dreams, and even on the rare occasions that I do, they are never as odd as these two were. I remember both of these dreams vividly. Honestly, I think hardly anyone really remembers dreams anymore. But granted, I do remember two, like maybe two or three. No, just one. just one of my dreams. And this happened when I was like 6, so about 17 years ago. God, I feel old as shit, man. The dream opens and I'm on a road that loops around a hill. I've never seen this hill before, but it looks like a gigantic back road with foliage on either side. There's grass on both sides of me as I stand in the middle of the road in the pitch black darkness. Okay, that's weird and creepy. No cars are driving past as I walk in the middle of the road forward up the hill. The only thing providing light is a series of street lamps that are projecting glowing halos on the ground. As I walked, I'm passing through the circles of light on the road, and I hope that I'm describing this scene well enough to portray how honestly still and uneasy this environment was. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of disturbing and weird. Kind of gave me goosebumps. Even though I was in a rural-ish area, there was no sound of leaves blowing in the wind or bugs. If it's that quiet, it generally means that shit's gonna go down and there's a predator. You know what, Ant? No one gives a shit about you. There was a ant on my laptop, so ignore that. Just the sound of my footsteps. Eventually, as I walked, I noticed 3 dogs were walking beside me. A larger dog that came up to my knee, the mother dog, and her 2 smaller puppies trailing beside her. Oh, not the puppies! Not the doggos! Why, cruel world? The dogs were jet black with mangy hair. Okay, I mean, strays, I guess? That's all I can think of. They all looked really rough, like they had gotten into a fight with hair matted and with blood and scratches. I felt so sad looking at them, but for some reason I couldn't stop walking forward in my dream to help them. Oh, that's sad. Like, those poor babies. Like, I would try to stop and help them, but a dream is a dream, and you can control them if you know that you're dreaming, but if you're unaware, you can't. It's weird how that works, I guess. They trotted along with me for a bit in the dream until the scene in front of us changed. What? What? It was a small change, but I instantly felt frozen with fear. My feet finally stopped as I stared at the streetlight ahead of me. As I stood in the normal light halo of the street lamp, there was a street lamp with red light that seemed to materialize. Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. I would try everything in my power to try and run. Like, fuck that. I didn't see it up ahead as I was walking, but you could definitely see the future street lamps from my vantage point. This one was bright red. It shone a red circle on the ground, and the color was so eerily vibrant. Not something a red light bulb could produce, but an unusually vivid blood red color of light in a halo shape on the ground. Okay, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? When I saw it, my survival instincts immediately told me don't go in the red circle. In the dream, I knew that I couldn't go around the circle, so I stood still staring at the red light circle. Yeah, I mean, I would be frozen in fear too, like, what the hell's going on? How do I get around this? Why? Why is this happening? To my horror, the dogs didn't stop walking. The two puppies walked into the red circle ahead of the mother, who looked back at me with the saddest look I've ever seen on a dog. Oh, I think that would just break me, honestly. It was in that moment that I questioned if it was my inner voice that told me not to go in the circle, or the mother dog physically telling me not to go there, warning me. She turned back around and walked into the circle. It seemed like between the time it took me to blink, the scene completely changed. I was suddenly in a city alley street, or I don't remember. I wasn't on a back road anymore, as the scene ground had changed into city streets. What? What? Like, what am I even reading? Like, I am so confused. Hold on. Okay, there we go. The dogs lay dead on the street, bleeding and dirty. The mother dog next to the puppies lined up like dominoes, lying on their sides like someone had put them there for me to see. Bathed in red light, it was such a horrendously gruesome sight that I jolted awake. I mean, yeah, that would be me too. At the same time, I'd be like, what have I even taken? Was I drugged? What's happening? Thoughts rushed into my brain as I breathed heavily, trying to calm down and not to wake up my friends who were in the hotel bed next to me. I went to the bathroom to think through the dream and get it together. I felt horrible for the dogs, and I was a little disgusted with myself for imagining such a sad situation with dogs in it. I love animals, and I would never want harm to come to them, so I felt a bit disgusted by my own dream. Yeah, I mean, I would too, honestly. But I also feel like dreams also tell us something about our inner demons or something like that. So maybe it was trying to warn you or something. Then the thought hit me, is this dream going to happen like the other one? They both felt unusually vivid and real looking, so my brain immediately started mulling over what that connection meant. If my last dream happened, why wouldn't this one? I was so freaked out that I finally told my friends about the first dream in the morning. The buffalo wing one, not the dog one. The dog one was still too fresh. I mean, yeah, that I think that would be a bit much for me too, honestly. When I told my friends, they admitted that they had been having some weird, possibly paranormal experiences too. I want to change the name, so I'll call them Daisy and Lily. Okay, I like those names. Daisy told me that she had been feeling oddly cold in the hotel room at times, even though the old AC in there barely kept the room bearable in the summer heat. Oh god, I'm sorry. Speaking of which, it is hot in this room. I need to turn on the AC later, because usually the AC is on in the background, and it's one of those like wall ACs. You know? No? Okay, never mind. Lily said that she had been hearing weird voices but wrote it off as an old hotel filled with rowdy festival guests. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I would brush it off and roll over like, just rowdy people. I have a feeling that Lily didn't want to believe that we were all experiencing some weird things in the hotel. Daisy was a little more willing to talk about my dream, especially because it was her friend, the coworker who I dreamed about before. I actually met them in the dream. I really debated telling them about the dog dream, but to be honest, I hated the feeling it gave me. Even think about it, and I didn't want to be dampen the fun vacation vibes. That took me way too long to figure out. So the night rolls around and we go out to bar hop again after the festival without the new person this time. It was me, Daisy, and Lily, 3 people. Okay, shit's gonna go down. I know it. I just know shit's gonna go fucking down. It is too fucking weird. I don't like it. I had mostly forgotten about the dream, choosing to focus on the amazing music artists that we had seen and all the fun we were having. My friends and I travel very well together. We're smart and safe when it comes to sticking together, having personal protection, and generally being aware. Yeah, safety in numbers. If you plan on going drinking, bring someone with you. It could be your friend, it could be your brother, an aunt, just someone. And if you can't bring someone with you, make sure that your phone is fully charged and text someone that you trust where you'll be, what time you'll possibly be there, and when you get to wherever you're staying, whether it's home, a hotel, Airbnb, and also tell them that if you don't hear from them within a certain time frame, to call the police or law enforcement to help. I don't remember the night entirely because we were drinking, but we always stayed in each other's eyesight as we mingled with people in bars. As we strolled down the street to the next place, I got this weird feeling. Then I looked up and saw that one of the street lamps was making a halo of light on the ground. It wasn't red, but I stopped walking as the details of the dream rushed back to me. My friends asked why I was suddenly so serious as we had been happily babbling a minute ago. I wasn't really in the headspace to rehash my dream right then, nor was I seeing a red light, so I kept the details to myself, brushing it off, saying I was tired. I mean, yeah, that's a good cover story, at least for the time being. We continued to the club as my friends chatted, and I walked a bit behind them nervously. I was now super vigilant, looking around like a red street lamp was gonna pop out at me. Yeah, that would make sense, honestly. Some more context for this next part. None of us are from Chicago. Knew it. I had a feeling that none of y'all were from Chicago. Like I mentioned before, I'm the Venmo friend so I didn't help in choosing the bars that we were going to, and my friends were relying purely on word of mouth recommendations or views online to find places. All the spots we had hit so far were super fun because my friends were very skilled at planning stuff. Yes, always have a friend that's really good at planning shit. It works better if you have like 2 or 3 that are really good at planning excursions. Like like whatever you're going to be. That's why when we rolled up to the club, I had no idea that the neon sign outside of it was red, projecting a bright red light to the ground. It wasn't a perfect circle like in my dream, but that didn't stop me from connecting the dots. Oh no. Oh no. I'll be like, sorry guys, I have to head to bed early, but I have a severe headache or something. I stopped again and told my friends to stop too. They looked back at me confused and understandably a little annoyed as they wanted to get in line for the club. Yeah, I don't blame them honestly, because I would too. It was late and this one was a few bars slash clubs still open, and we just spent all that time walking to it. But my feet stayed planted. Oh shit, like shit's going to get serious. When we talked, I told them about how I had a bad feeling about the bar and I couldn't explain why. I'm usually the go with the flow girl, as I know I didn't help plan things, so I have little right to criticize the place my friends picked, and I usually adore the places my friends picked. Like, always trust your gut. And if you have to question your friends about something, and if they really know that you're easygoing and the type of person to go with the flow, and they notice that you're actually being serious and being stubborn about something, they should honestly listen to you. I'm just saying, not this time. We were definitely not splitting up, but my friends really wanted to go, and as we were literally right outside of the club, and it looked cool. Since I couldn't explain my reasoning why I didn't want to go in, and splitting up was not an option as it was late, very late at night, I went into the club with them. They walked in first before I reluctantly trudged into the place. I was keeping to myself and not socializing too much, choosing to stick by my friends rather than explore the admittedly cool-looking space. We ended up leaving the place soon, thank God, as it was really crowded and the vibes was not it. Yeah, with my anxious ass, I'd be like, nope, vibes off, we're leaving. I didn't even say that. I think Lily did, but I quickly agreed, and we left for another place that was close. The next club had a much better energy, and the rest of the night went on without a hitch. I mean, that's good. I'm just saying, like, if you have a friend that is normally like the jokester and easygoing, and for whatever reason they stop, that is your cue to leave. Just leave. I'm just saying. To this day, I don't know if I ever told my friends about the dog dream. I really don't like talking about that dream, so I haven't asked them. So that's my story. Nothing happened at the bar with the red sign, which I am extremely happy about, and I haven't had any premonition dreams since. The fact that I had 2 in a row is still wild to me. Please leave your thoughts or theories below, and remember to be kind to one another. Be aware of your surroundings. Never split up. If you arrive together, leave together. Yeah. Like, make sure that everyone in your group leaves together. Like, I'm just saying, safety in numbers. And if someone is trying to get you to another location, do not go for any reason. And holy shit, this is one of my longer videos, so thanks for listening.